Hi there. It looks like you're searching for communication skills or how to improve your communication, how to make it more effective, and you're maybe looking for some tips or techniques or some form of structured learning that will help you really become more adept, more powerful at communicating, and probably more influential as well. And there's so much information on the internet about this. So you could spend days if you want, really wading through the information, trying to find what it is you're after. And there's some great information out there, but there's also some slightly limited information or some information that will give you part of the overall picture. Because you see, communication is also non-verbal as well as verbal. There's so much information being conveyed in any given conversation. This picture here that I've put up, you may already be aware that in a conversational setting, in terms of interpersonal communication, you have not just your words, but the actual tone you use, if it's a commanding tone or if it's a questioning tone. But you also have the physiology, which is massively important in communication. How you're angling your body, how you're aligning it, how much space you give to other people. Um, these are all many factors in how to be an effective communicator, and all the best communicators are very aware of what they're doing with their gestures, their micro expressions, their tonality. The whole ambit is required to be an effective communicator. And even in sales and marketing and advertising, these techniques have been lapped up and utilized for decades. Even if you watch adverts between, maybe a film, if you notice subtly, the volume goes up because again, it's designed to entice your awareness and your concentration, your focus into the TV, so you're more aware of the advert. Now, these communication skills can be used to try and manipulate you for all sorts of reasons. But the thing is, once you become aware of how communication works, then you can really have more control over what influences you, but also how you influence and become more effective at teaching, coaching, managing, negotiating, selling, or generally, using communication for whatever style you want. And there's also another key distinction about communication, and again, advertisers and sales, public relations have been aware of it for years, is effective communication to some extent will involve communication with the unconscious mind of the audience. The unconscious mind is regarded or known as the subconscious as the area of your body that deals with emotions, regulating the body, things like, breathing and blood flow, things you don't have to consciously focus on. So there is a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and especially, great films or great stories, great sales pages, etc. They tap into our emotions, our desires, maybe some memories we've got in the past. And these are the things that really allow direct communication with the unconscious mind. So again, there is such a thing as communication with the conscious mind, but effective communication will involve more communication with the unconscious mind. And again, from a physiological viewpoint, if you're sitting the same way as someone you're speaking to, and both of you look fairly similar, and in this picture, these two guys seem, fairly similar in terms, the way they're sitting down both, and their hands are sort of gesticulating. At an unconscious level, these two guys are thinking, yeah, this guy's like me, he's like me. and it gives them more of a sense of rapport. So again, it's communication at an unconscious level, and you would call this non-verbal communication. So, you know, this is such a vast topic, and you're probably just beginning your search. So I'd encourage you just to look on. But if it so happens you're looking to become a master of effective communication, or how to, really, really improve your communication skills, whether that be interpersonal or for whatever reason, maybe you're a teacher or something, then I would encourage you to look at the work of this guy, Milton Erickson. He was basically the founder of American hypnosis. In the 50s, he became known as the person that introduced hypnosis into the medical community as a form of legitimate therapy. So I know the word hypnosis may surprise or give some negative connotations. There's a lot of people using hypnosis for like stage hypnosis, and making people eat raw onions and do things they don't want to do. And that's not what I'm encouraging you to do now. It's just Milton Erickson was really the main source of a lot of modern day hypnosis programs, but also even the field of neurolinguistic programming, which is a field designed specifically for communication mastery, influencing, and persuasion skills. And really, what the two guys that formulated that field did was just look at the way Milton Erickson was able to talk to his patients, sometimes very resistant patients that didn't want to be there, that were skeptical of his techniques, and they looked at how Milton was able to successfully displace resistance, um, become or gain rapport with these people that were maybe uncomfortable. So they understood how we can, from a non-verbal point of view or physiologically, gain rapport with someone and then thereafter influence them with very, very effective communication. And Milton Erickson was amazing at this because, again, he was very aware of what he was doing with his unconscious behaviors and his tonality, his gestures, his posture, his breathing, even, uh, as well as the words he used. And to give you an example, he would say, um, is it possible for someone to sit back, stare into space, and relax? Now, all he's done there is ask a question, but within the question there was an embedded command, to relax. And that, for a lot of people, is much more subtle, elegant, and powerful than "I want you to sit in the chair and relax." That's for some people throws up resistance. So whether it's teaching children or coaching someone, most people will tend to resist a little bit when communication is more forthright, forceful, and generally authoritarian. So what Milton Erickson was amazing at doing is using a non-authoritarian style of communication to generally gain rapport and influence people at a very deep level. So he's a very good place to start if you're looking to not just dabble in some effective communication skills, but actually master communication skills, because he was a master himself, and he led to the formulation of a field designed in part to teach effective communication skills, which is neurolinguistic programming. So you can look at Milton's work. Again, very vast. He was a psychiatrist, so there's lots of academic literature. You could also go on an NLP training course. Some are a week long or longer. or you could, watch countless videos. There's really a wealth of information you could look at. I guess the question is, how long do you have? How long do you want to spend trying to improve or master your communication skills? Because you could spend years literally doing that. There is so much information on it. But if you're like me and you don't have too much time to spend, but you still want to master these skills, then I would encourage you to look at a particular course that a chap called Igor Ledachovsky produced. Igor is just a devotee of Milton Erickson over the years, and he compiled a course to teach effective communication skills, um, specifically around conversational hypnosis. But within this course, it teaches you all the basics about how to be, in effect, a very, very, very skilled and powerful communicator, working on all levels, verbal, non-verbal, conscious, and unconscious as well. So the course that I recommend is actually over at hiddenhypnosis.com or conversationalhypnosis.com. This is Igor Ledachovsky here, and the sales page, as some of these info products are sometimes a little bit sensational. You get that in a lot of ebooks, but this is actually more than an ebook, and this is actually I encourage you to look at the text, and I'll put a link underneath this video so you can click on that and just go across to the site and check it out. But what I'd encourage you to do is just scroll down, and you'll see this is what you get from the program. I bought this program years ago, and I still go back to it. There's so much to do, and it will involve you putting into practice and actually practicing a lot of these techniques. So it's not passive. It does involve you. It's a program. You don't have to sit and just listen. Although because of the way it's taught, you will actually learn a lot just by passively listening just to slightly confuse you. But I'd encourage you just to look at the testimonials. There is some really powerful testimonials coming from really influential marketing people. Joe Vitale, he's made his success in marketing, so it just shows you how expansive and wide the scope of hypnosis is. This isn't just for people that want to go into hypnosis, stage hypnosis, or hypnotherapy. This is for all people that want to become effective communicators, whether it's, again, a doctor, a teacher, a police officer, a coach, whatever. This has got wide scope. So I'd encourage you to look at the testimonials, read through. I think the program's got a money back guarantee, but again, I'd be surprised if many people actually hand back this course, because it is such an investment. Communication skills are going to be a life tool for you, and you'll never look back after this course, whether it's being able to negotiate better, be more sensitive to people, diffusing arguments, selling better. It's really got so much scope. So I would encourage you just to check over at the site. The link's below this video, and yeah, let me know what you think, and you can maybe leave a comment below. But recommend this, so have fun.